Hi, it's February 12th on a Friday, getting close to the weekend here. Um, I just wanted to post an idea on love and really how powerful that principle alone is, and just how far it can take you in this life. Um, Love is a never ending thing, and it always seeks a higher level. One of the problems that, we have sometimes is we get caught up in all the hatred. We get caught up in all the segregation and, the prejudiced ways of thinking. So I think like what happens a lot of times is we forget to come back to love, because that's really all we have. I mean, I believe that God, you know, when he actually created, life and the whole world and us, he did it with nothing but, his love in mind. And he wanted to, give that to us. And he wants us to use that in you know, in a correct manner. But what's been so hard is when you have hatred in all its many forms and it's getting shoved in your face. We forget to come back to that. And I think that's something that's important, for us to really talk about, because, hatred, can suck you dry and it just runs you out, and you don't really have much to give back out. Like as far as trying to be productive or trying to find a remedy for any solution, you have to have some kind of love in mind. You can't have more hatred on top of, the original hatred. It's only going to, multiply the negative force. Uh, so what's been, a real important thing for me to know, is I think all people need to know, is that we have to keep an open mind and we can't be judging anyone. And we have to always try to remember and never, ever, ever forget. You know, I actually read somewhere that forgetting is a poison of man. And it was a really powerful line to me because I saw the truth behind it. And what I mean by that is we tend to repeat history because we forget the lessons behind it. We don't learn from our mistakes, basically. And it's the same thing as in all history. Like even if you read a book on some kind of event or some kind of war or battle, we don't truly look at the causes behind all the suffering, or I say all the reasons why people cannot really gain the truth that God sent down. Is very profound, because when we're trying to gain the truth, we need to always recall what he left here for us, And we have a lot of barriers in front of our eyes that really keep us from seeing that whole picture. So that's one of the main things that I've been meditating on for the last, few days. And I've done some reading in the Bible as well. I was doing a little bit in Corinthians, where it says that love will always come through, because it always goes back to where, you have it where you might be trying to give up on hope, or you might be, just feeling like you don't have anything else to lean on. But in all actuality, love speaks to you because it does believe in you, and it believes that you will always rise to a higher level, which means you need hope, you need optimism, because the future is what lies that higher level. And we can't allow people of any kind to set us back. We can't let them stop us. We can't let people tell you that there's no more hope. There's a lot of negativity out there, and you've got people that want to try to manipulate you. They want to try to slander you based on the past that you might have had. They don't want you to gain any kind of rebirth or any kind of personal transcendence, you know what I mean? And it's tough. So what's important for us today, as I think it's always been throughout any day, is that we need to take time. We need sacred time to understand this, and we need to talk to God very, very closely and clearly too. and then we start to regain the truth. We start to like remember the original message, everything that we need to, just everything that we need to really, really, really think about. Get us back on the right track. So with that in mind, it's just more so of redirecting oneself back to that center where love will always take place, and that's your heart. Sometimes I tend to, learn from other people because I see what they go through too. People very close to me, and they have a lot of setbacks, and it's usually based on something that was done like within the past, something that like, even when you make a mistake or something that you might have, regretted doing, you could learn from the lesson. But the past is kind of still staying in the present somehow. And it's hard to realize that while you're trying to live in the present, you're not trying to have any grudges on your past. You might have done something that really, really, really set you back for a long time. That's kind of like, making a bad move on a chessboard. It's going to cost you for the rest of the game. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to automatically lose the game, but it just means you have handicaps, you have dilemmas. And I think we all have them. And, this is one of the main things that keeps us, close together. As the human community is just about finding oneself and overcoming all the personal challenges that we all face. And, I believe that to do this, we need to love again. And we need to love in all these new different ways where we keep on seeing the old habits of hatred. We can't allow that to overcome us. So that was pretty much my idea for today, was just basically to try to meditate on the topic of love and, what it means to you and how it feels to you and, what we as, people can do as far as using love for personal transcendence, to stay open in our minds and our heart. We want to keep those things clean. We want to keep those things well protected. The most important thing to protect is the psyche, I think, which the old Hebrew word, psyche, means the same thing as a soul. There was no distinction. It was one and the same. We kind of, dissected that. I think lately we kind of, disconnected, the original meaning between the two. But we need to, regain our soul by directing our psyche back there, So in other words, we got to protect our mind and keep it clean and pure and, keep it simple too. We don't want to get too complex, So like I said, we're just going to try to meditate on love. And, we're never going to forget how much it can, provide for us as humans. Okay, everyone. I hope everyone's forming some kind of, love to one another. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, God bless.